So recently I managed to break the Megaminx world record with a time of 22.89 seconds. That was around 3 weeks ago now. And luckily, shout out to Eleanor Sinnott, she scrambled the Megaminx right, so I'm going to be able to reconstruct my solve today for you. I think the total move count was around 160, so it's, I think in the end 7.03 turns per second. And so yeah, let's get into it. So it's quite nice star, to be honest. The first thing I see is this pair and this pair here. When I do the star, they're going to be pretty much conserved. And the other thing I see when doing the star is, the first thing I do actually is a simultaneous move like this. So I do a B. I can't really remember why I did this, but the best thing I can think of is I'm moving the edge out of the way, because if I just did an R2 prime like that, this isn't really in the best spot. And it also brings this edge up to being here, because if I do this, this pair is going to be sort of horrible later on. So yeah, I start the solve by doing LB prime, and I R2 like this, and I put in the green edge, and then first two pairs, very easy, standard 3x3 solutions. And then what I do, I do this quite often in solves, is I see these two pieces here. I want them both to be around this area because I see no other pieces here, so every other piece is around that area. So what I do is I pair the pieces up like this and get them into another layer. What I actually did, which was a bit of a mistake, is I did... Oh no, that's nice. So I do this, and then, which this time it was a mistake, instead of just doing U to put them in this top layer here, I end up doing U2 prime, U2 prime. And then I do the same thing again. I try and solve this pair here. Rather than doing U2 prime F and then doing the 3-move insert, I do U2 U F and then doing this 3-move insert, which is a bit annoying. It's kind of wasting some moves, but it wasn't the worst thing ever. Then this is quite a simple pair here. Then I do move this corner into this layer because I know the edge is around here somewhere. Then this is again quite a simple solution. Then I see a yellow edge here. I think I might have seen that it was the orange edge, so I just rotate over here. And I also see this pair, so I'll insert that, then solve this pair. And I rotate over here to solve the green block. And then I see this here, this corner, which I know must be the yellow, green, blue one, as this one isn't. And I see this edge here is going to be flipped and oriented, so this is going to be an easy insert when I insert here, and then this is a 3-move insert. Then this pair here, again, quite easy. Then I don't see any sort of pseudo wedge that's good for here, so I'll just insert this and do an easy pair. And here I see this pair here, and I do something that's quite bad. Usually what I'd probably do is like F2 prime R and then solve it like a 3x3 pair. But in the solve, I did this, rotated to have it on the back, and did it like that, which isn't the worst, but you typically don't want to be rotating that far away from black. And then another mistake I made here is this red edge or red cream edge is very good for pseudo, but I think because I was at this rotation and I saw this edge, I just immediately inserted it like that. But what would have been better is if I inserted with pseudo, this edge is also flipped, and so it's just a 3x3 solution. But yeah, so it doesn't have as good a continuation, but it's probably something I should have done in the solve, or should have seen. So from there, I went like this, and then I saw this pair first, and solved it like this. And then I see this pair here, solved like this. And something good I did here is, if I just done R prime and then solved this edge here, this edge is sort of stuck. So I did a U to move it out of the way, and then used that as my pseudo edge. And I solved this pair here. Here, I could have done a U to make this into a 3 pair, but I didn't see that in the solve. So I just did R2 and then solved this. Put that pair in the back. OLL and PLL. And bosh. Yeah, 22.89. Very happy with it. First world record. Hopefully I can get another one, but yeah, I'm very happy with finally being able to get it.